My name is Rose Carter, Senior Vice President of Marketing here at Freeway Insurance. Today I'd like to introduce you to Adriana Saldivar. She's here to talk to us about her franchise journey. Adriana, thank you so much for being here today. So why don't you tell us where your franchise is located at?
My franchise is located in Azusa, California, which is about 15 minutes east of Pasadena.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background?
I actually went to nursing school. So besides having my insurance license, I also have my nursing license. And when I graduated nursing school, I went to Freeway Insurance to buy insurance with my cousin. And the manager was like, you have a really good personality. Have you ever thought about working in insurance? And I was like, no, I just graduated nursing school. Like, I'm going to go into the medical field. And she's like, well, you take your state boards. You should try working for us. So she offered me a job. And I started at Freeway Insurance when I was 20 years old. And as I was looking to move further in my career, I looked into becoming an insurance agent, and then someone mentioned that Freeway Insurance was franchising, and I was like, wow, wouldn't that be great to go back where I started? And so I looked into it, and I was like, there's no better company than to grow with than with Comfy, because I know that Comfy, over the years, they've only just kept on growing and expanding, and I was like, what a perfect way to be a part of something that will grow into something that I can only imagine will grow into.
Why did you decide that Freeway was a good franchise opportunity for you?
Because nobody doesn't know who Freeway Insurance is. They're like, oh, Freeway Insurance. I remember when I used to talk to customers on that phone, and they're like, oh, where, you're from Freeway Insurance? And I was like, yeah. And they'd be like, it's that thing you're speeding on. So like, they definitely have brand recognition, and that's the one thing that made me move forward with Freeway Insurance and Comfy, because I knew that the brand was already global. So
tell me a little bit about your onboarding process. What was that like for you?
Well, I think the beginning with like initial meetings was very smooth and very like not overwhelming and basic information. And I think once we finally onboarded, one concern that I had was feeling lost or not knowing what we were doing or facing all these challenges alone. But it was definitely a lot easier than I thought. Whatever process that we had a question about, they made it super easy. And when it came to like getting the office painted or things set up, everything is in the handbook. So it's relatively easy to just call someone up and be like, this is what I need to be done. Can we do it this way? And honestly, a very smooth process overall.
Can you describe the training a bit? Because a lot of times people don't understand that they're not going to be left alone.
I can't imagine another team being as supportive and as helpful as that. They haven't left our side even when we opened our doors. They made it easier from the beginning, and they're still at my disposal. What
tools and resources did you find to be the most valuable?
Teams on my phone, Outlook on my phone, the best, because if you don't have access to your computer, laptop, or whatever system you're using to access your Outlook or your Teams.
So now that you've opened your office, what type of products do you offer?
At my office, we're offering auto insurance mainly, and then we also do the roadside assistance and hospital indemnity products. And then we're definitely looking into health insurance, but right now primarily it is auto insurance and the specialty products like hospital indemnity and roadside assistance.
What strategies and processes have you implemented at your store that you feel have contributed to your success?
Well, thankfully, I had a lot of background in insurance, and not only that, just being able to communicate and speak to people and be willing to help them. And so I think just being excited and just ready to go on this new venture, it helped me a lot and will help me be successful within the franchise.
So what challenges have you faced as you've opened up your franchise here at Freeway? And what have you done to overcome those challenges?
IT challenges will be probably your biggest problem in the beginning, but the team also makes it easier to resolve them and make sure that you're up and running as quickly as possible.
Do you feel like we've supported you through those challenges?
I think they've done great. So from the beginning, it was always of how am I going to juggle all this, because it is a lot when you take on the venture of opening a franchise. You're opening your own little store, but they've made it easy. We have a great support system.
So what did your first day feel like when you opened the door, walked in, and you were looking around your office?
It was so exciting. I was so excited. I was definitely nervous, but I was excited to be up and running. And on our first day, I think we sold 3 policies. So it was really exciting. And we had our fair share of IT issues, but it was definitely exhilarating, and it was nice to talk to people again after stepping away. To this day, I'm excited. I'm excited for the future and the future that I have with the franchise.
How do you feel like your business is making a difference in the community?
It definitely makes a huge impact on them, and it's probably the one thing that keeps me going is helping people, making sure that they have the correct coverages and actually have coverage that they need and not get undercut on what coverages that they should have for their families.
What has owning a Freeway Insurance franchise mean to you and to your family?
I love telling people because when they look at me and they're like, oh, you're the manager or you're a broker. So I love seeing the look on their face when they say, no, I'm the owner. I think being a young Latina entrepreneur really pushed me to move forward in purchasing the franchise because I wanted to be able to not only further my career in insurance, but be able to say, this is mine. I'm the owner of a Freeway Insurance franchise. And then not only that, being a woman. So it's definitely something that I've always dreamed of, and hopefully one day look back and say I'm the owner of a small empire of Freeway Insurance franchises. But yeah, it's definitely very exciting, definitely very proud of myself.
So what advice would you give someone looking at opening up a franchise?
I would say don't get scared, just do it. Everything will work out in the end.
So let me ask you this. Would you recommend buying a franchise, a Freeway franchise, to any of your friends and family?
I would recommend it to anyone who wants to not only be their own boss, but actually be a pillar in their community. And I would, like I said, I would recommend Freeway Insurance to anybody who is looking to open up an insurance venture, because there's no greater company than Coffee to grow with, because they have always grown since I've been with Comfy, and they only continue growing. So it's only the, I guess, smart decision to grow with them.